Hi, welcome to Creative Momentum with Meg Dunley. I'm Meg and I'm a creativity coach and a creative. I'm going to take you behind the studio doors of creatives, artists, writers, makers, and we're going to chat about creative process, creative routines, inspiration, and all sorts of other things. And this is for anyone who is curious about how other creatives do it. Are they doing it the right way? Is there a right way? Come along and have a listen, and I hope you enjoy it. In this first season of Creative Momentum with Meg Dunley, I am going to be exploring creativity from some interviews that I conducted while I was at the Chateau Orquevaux for my writing residency in 2025. This season is called the Chateau season for that reason, and I hope you enjoy hearing from the creatives at this residency about their process, their routines, what inspires them, and what wisdom that they would share with other people on their creative journey. In this second episode of the Chateau season of Creative Momentum with Meg Dunley, I interview Beulah van Rensburg and Ziggy Attias, who are the co-founders and co-directors of the Chateau Orquevaux in France. They talk to me about what creativity looks like for them now as artists and in their busy roles looking after the Chateau Orquevaux and looking after all of the writers and artists who come there all year round. I hope you enjoy this episode and you get a slice of the real life at the Chateau. Enjoy. Hello, Beulah and Ziggy. Do you want to just begin by introducing yourself and telling us where you're from?
I'm Beulah van Rensburg and I'm originally from Australia.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Ziggy Attias and I'm from the United States.
Excellent. And Beulah, can you tell me what your creative discipline is?
I'm a painter originally, but I do multidisciplinary work.
Beautiful.
And I would say I've done many things, and I think I just see myself now as a creative person who just tackles everything from a creative standpoint.
And probably also it would be good to say here that you are the people who, you're the directors, the everything of Chateau Orquevaux.
Yeah, so we're the co-founders and co-directors.
Yeah.
Of Chateau Orquevaux Artists and Writers Residency.
Yeah.
In France,
in Orquevaux. And that's also part of your creativity is what we have here at this residency.
Well, I would say the way we look at this is from an artist standpoint, so that we make it for artists, but we're artists ourselves. Mm-hmm. So the way we tackle every problem or every new idea that relates to the place is we come from an artist place. Beulah is still has a studio. We're creating a studio for her because we keep giving up studios to artists that come here. But her next studio is going to be just her studio. Mm-hmm. And for me, I've had studios in the past, but the way I see it now is that this whole property is my studio, and I think my work will be shown best here.
And I think the way that we run the residency and the work that we're doing now here is such an important part of our life and giving voice to artists. And I know we said this in the residency, but being able to give the space and the time for people to have studio spaces, and the way that we come at organising the residency and approaching the residency is from an artistic point of view as being artists. So knowing all of those little things and the studio space and the quiet time and being able to give people an opportunity to just get out of their normal everyday life and have a routine that they don't have to necessarily do anything apart from make work, and have that time is a really important part of the residency.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. I want to ask you both, and you can answer individually or together, about your creative process. Like maybe you as an artist and you as a kind of...
Well, it's the same for me. It's still You want to go first?
So for me, it's really about things that come towards me, and it's really about the everyday life, like what interacts with me, and I get ideas from basically emotional and relationship kind of things that happen around me and how I react to them and how I can interpret them within my work.
Do you edit this a bit too, or do you just do it live?
Maybe.
And then I think mine always comes from drawing, and then the way it comes out is however it's best translated into, if it's film or if it's drawing or if it's sculpture or if it's painting, it kind of comes out that way. So it just depends on the idea that comes out from there. It's always sketching first.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I've always had, and I still have, about 100 ideas a day. So I'm always like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And when I had a studio, it was confined to doing the work and trying to find my voice that way. This place showed me about 7 or 8 years ago. I realized that I can't be in a studio anymore, like just working on my thing. I feel like if there's such a thing as a legacy or whatever, my legacy would be I'm more useful working on the property and creating the residency with Beulah, because it gives more people, hopefully it encourages to give more people a way to express their voice. And I feel that my strength, and when Beulah's out of her studio, our strength is that our voice can be better heard from all the artists that come here. So if they have a place that they feel good, it's different than just working in the studio. Now, Beulah still has a need to be in the studio, which is great. But my disciplines aren't painting. I've done sculpture, I write, I've done filmmaking, I've done different things. But I feel it's what you fill it's what you fill your mind with. So for me, it happens to be this now. I've done many different things, and this just happens to be one of the things that I'm doing. And this one, I wake up and I go to sleep thinking about this, so I want to express my voice through that.
And as we're doing it, I think the result that's coming out of it is just so much that you want to do more and more. You want to put more and more into it to make it better for everybody who comes here, and to try and give more opportunities for more artists and more writers. And you're constantly creating within that environment, and then you see the result of it, and it's always rewarding. And I don't know, it is such a rewarding thing.
And there's something about it also, which is a love-hate relationship for me, or for us, which in a way we definitely see it as an art form, but there's an element to it that's invisible, because it doesn't hang in a gallery, or there's no show for it or anything. So it's the whole thing is what we're creating. So whenever there was nothing in this in the Chateau when we came here, so every painting that an artist does that has anything in it that relates to the Chateau, Beulah and I found that in Brocante or a flea market or something like that. Like, we have a connection, even though nobody knows that really, but every chair, every lamp, every tapestry, everything that's in a painting goes into the world, and we literally picked that out and placed it there. So that's one example. The property's the same, because every artist that comes here only knows what they see the day they arrive. They don't know that we were hustling just before this residency to try to get that bear in the water so it looks like that, and then you come and you just take a picture of a bear in the water that must have been there forever. We try to find things that have been around forever and place them in a setting that makes the other people that come to see it part of their creative process.
Yeah.
And that gives us voice.
Yeah. It certainly feels, as a resident here at the moment, that it feels curated and beautifully done. So like it definitely has the artist's eye in everything that you have here. Who or what or where do you get your creative inspiration from?
Not sleep.
I think we definitely get it from each other because
Yeah.
we definitely bounce ideas off each other all the time.
Yeah.
And
I think also too from from people, from artists coming and going, and then just continuously re-looking at what we're doing all the time. There's so many people, there's a lot of creative people coming in and out, and then we're constantly talking about things and how things work. I think
to the smallest detail.
yeah, just even, you know, like, I mean, just today's completely changed how we did it last residency, and all of that is just to try and create a little bit more peace and balance, so people are feeling more relaxed and a little bit more calm. And I don't know if it will work,
but it's always about creativity. It's always about the artist. We don't see it as a place for a vacation or any of those type of things. It's always about creating an environment for creativity. So it's always coming from that. That's always the core of what we're trying to do.
Thank you. And do you have, I mean, obviously running this place, you have routine. Otherwise it just wouldn't happen the way it does. But thinking, say, thinking to your kind of creative routine, maybe you can speak to this, say, with your art, your painting. Do you have a routine that you follow? And if so, could you talk about that?
I'm very much about time and what needs to be done when, which is also organisation. And I think an artistic practice does revolve around time. I know that there seems to be chaos within artists' practice, but I think if you're going to have success within your practice, you need some kind of timetable that you would have an organisational situation. So for me, when I'm going into my studio, I get up early, I work until I have to go to work around 8:30, so it's 5 to 8:30. Then I work, and then I try and get back into the studio at night time if I have the time. But then everything's laid out in a specific way. I have work over here. You know, if I'm painting, I always have my paints here. It's always laid out, my palettes in the same, like it's a little OCD, but I think in that way you're always working in the same way. And I think it's the same with here. We might be adjusting things along the way, but that's the only way things really work, is organisational and looking forward, like what are those steps to get to a certain place. Like you can't jump in and think, I'm going to be a famous artist and be successful overnight. There has to be steps to get there to be realistic, I think.
And for me, I feel like
even just to finish a painting, like I'm an oil painter, so if you want to finish a painting within a certain amount of time, you need to have 8 paintings going, otherwise they don't dry. You turn one painting into mud, so you need to have enough paintings going at the same time so you can go from here to here to here and go back to it, otherwise you're going to ruin them.
I think that's actually a good analogy with writing as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, otherwise it can turn to mud.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
with writing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have more projects on.
Yeah.
So that you can let things rest a bit.
I mean, I write.
Because you overwork it.
Usually I write one thing at a time, but I guess I let the piece work and I keep rereading it and and moving things around. But as far as what we were talking about, I think I'm a mixture. I'm a procrastinator for sure. I'm lazy, but I'm a really hard worker. Like, you wouldn't know that I'm lazy, but maybe that's why I'm a hard worker, because I see myself as lazy. And I'm always waiting for inspiration. And all those things together, of being a procrastinator, being lazy, being a hard worker, waiting for inspiration, is what creates what I do. And then when I'm waiting for inspiration, I think I'm nothing. So then you wait for, that, like, oh my God, I have no more ideas, I'm done. And then you have an idea, and then maybe...
Then that idea has to happen immediately, which is how things tend to work here, is like, will all of these lauriers be moved to this place? And you're like, I'm not possibly, and then that happens in the afternoon. You're like, oh, today, right? Alrighty.
I'm not afraid
Stay in the flow.
Yeah, because sometimes you put a lot of effort into something, but you got to look at it and be like, that should have been 2 feet over. And even though it was a big job, and the bushes have been growing for 3 years. You're like, we're moving them 2 feet over.
Today.
And you got to be, you have to be okay and
you can't be precious.
loose enough to be able to. You feel like you're creating something forever, which is with any artwork. And if you need to go back, the artwork doesn't care. The thing doesn't care how much effort you put into it. Because some people could put a little bit of effort into something and it's genius, and then other people put a lot of effort into something and it's nothing. And every recipe works, it doesn't work. So you have to know where your voice is in that decision, and if it needs to be changed, it needs to be changed. Can you live with that being there forever? And if the answer is no, it means you got to find a way to move it.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's with anything.
Final question is about, if you, I know you do deal with a lot of people who are early on in their creative careers, but if you were to pass on some pearls of wisdom, what would they be? Just people who are at that really early stage.
Pass on some what?
Pearls of wisdom.
Don't be scared. Don't think that you're it's never too late. You're always moving, you're always getting somewhere. Keep doing it. Just keep doing it, and don't think that don't aim at something to be famous or to be this successful, artist, or for the fame and fortune. Just keep going and doing the thing, because doing the thing will get you there, more so than aiming towards something up here. And just don't be scared of it. I think there's something to be said about being afraid.
Is that a problem?
I don't know, it might be.
Remy, we're doing an interview. Turn that thing off.
What?
Turn off the car. Yeah, but you're making noise. Let's go. Out. Go. That could stay in. That's reality right there.
Oh, we now.
Oh, it's like a fucking party now. Oh, lawnmower.
That's hilarious.
Back to serenity.
Back to serenity. This is all part of it. This is all part of running an amazing creative business. There's business as well. So just in case we didn't get that.
Oh,
yeah.
Just not to be afraid. I think there's a lot to be said that people back off from what they're doing because they're scared of it. And I think if you just go into something and forget about that, just go into it. What is there to be afraid of? You're either gonna succeed or not, but how do you know? And when do you know that you haven't succeeded? Like, just keep doing the thing. Forget about all of the fame and the fortune. Just do the thing that you love. If you're doing the thing that you love with all of your might, you're going to get there. And then
Well, you are there.
that's you. You're gonna do it. Forget about everybody telling you you can't do it. It's only for other people. Blah blah blah. Just do the thing that's in your head, and you will get there. But it takes hard work, and do the hard work.
I love that. Ziggy.
I would say it's difficult because I struggle with this myself. There's no point to compare yourself to anybody else or what they're doing. That's their journey, and it just doesn't matter, really, because you can only do what you can do. You can't live somebody else's life. So I would say you try to not worry about anybody else, but still be inspired by the world in different ways. But every day you have to do something.
Yeah.
You have to do, and it shouldn't even be, obviously if you could do more, it's great, but every day you gotta do something that you're a little bit more ahead than you were yesterday. Every day you gotta do something. There's no, in a way, there's no days off, even if you're really thinking about something.
Make a decision.
Yeah, you got to make a decision. You have to do something, and you have to not worry about what other people are doing. There's always going to be somebody that's better than you, and somebody that's worse than you. So it just doesn't matter. What are you doing? Just do the work.
Thank you. Is there anything else that you want to share with the creatives? Other than come to your residency. Apply now.
Yeah, apply now.
Link in the
Applications
notes.
are open.
Yeah.
I don't really know. It's we just hope we wish you the best, and we're here when you're ready.
Yeah.
Love that. Thank you so much, Ziggy and Beulah. Chateau, Orquevaux. I hope you enjoyed that episode with Beulah and Ziggy. Watching it back makes me miss being there, and I know that they've got their next group of people there at the moment. If this inspires you to go and spend time there, then please do go and apply. They have year-round applications open. I love some of the things that Beulah and Ziggy said, and one of them that really stood out for me was to don't aim at being a successful artist for fame and fortune. Just keep doing the thing, because the thing will get you there. So thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, follow, and share with your friends.